What's up, Rose Show Tactical subscribers and viewers? Happy Memorial Day to you. If you are watching this video and have served, are currently serving, have family members that have served or are currently serving, please thank them for me. Appreciate everything you do, appreciate everything you've done to give us all the liberties, the rights, the freedoms that we continue to have, and to make it so that I can make videos and content on YouTube. So thank you very much. Today's video, we're going to be doing a review of the Viktos Johnny Combat boot. This is something I've had my eyes on for years. I did a review of the Viktos range trainer shoe on the channel if you're interested in seeing that. I hadn't purchased these because, to be quite honest, I'm not a huge fan of companies like Viktos and their price points, if you will, on what they're kind of charging for their items. I did another video on this channel about tactical clothing, and is that something that's necessary? Do you need it? All those kinds of things. I'm not personally one that thinks you do. You may disagree and you may love it, and that's your prerogative. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. That's my opinion on it. So I didn't really buy these because I think they go from like between $120 and like $170 or $180, which, I mean, I guess for boots and stuff like that is not terrible. I'm just not a huge fan of wearing boots every day. I know some people, like to live the tactical lifestyle, and, they wear the boots, they wear the tactical clothing, they do all that kind of thing. I just basically wear what I wear every day. A lot of, athletic shoes, a lot of, Air Force Ones, a lot of, Jordans, stuff like that. Just kind of wear what I wear every day, and that's just me. That's my style. That may not be you, and that's okay. But getting into the review on the actual boot itself. So I got the tiger stripe version of this, and the reason I did, I think I got them on sale for like $60 or something. It was like a 50% off flash sale or something like that, which probably means they're in the process of have replaced this boot, this model, with something else. That's typically what a 50% off flash sale type thing is, and obviously that's fine. Didn't mind spending the $60 for it. Opted to go with this colorway just because there was a little bit more contrast and everything with it. Plus, I'm a huge fan, of the tiger stripe camo from Vietnam anyway, as I really love the Vietnam era. And they just look cooler than just getting like a plain pair of black or a plain pair of OD green or a tan pair of boots. I just thought the contrast looked pretty cool, so I opted to go with this one. Kind of cool little. Just comes in like your standard type box here, as you can see. Size 12, that's typically what I wear. Designed and developed by U.S. veterans in Portland, Oregon. That's kind of cool little touch on the box. And I thought this was kind of cool too. It's not like a make it or break it type thing, but it has like the tiger stripe jungle camo, like tissue paper wrapped around the boots, which I thought was kind of cool. I do like Viktos. I do like their branding and all that kind of stuff. I'm just, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the price gouging that companies like this do, just by like saying that a veteran designed it, or creating something that looks like it's for civilian use, but designed by the military or worn by the military, something you can have too. I'm not really a huge fan of that, but I do like Viktos stuff. I have a little bit of it, but like I said, I typically try and get it when I see some sort of sale, because that's just me. You may not care. I do. I've never understood overpaying for something. I don't think that makes you cool. I think that makes you stupid, but to each their own. Getting into this boot. So this boot is, the construction of it is pretty good. It's it's pretty rigid, but yet still a little bit mobile side to side and whatnot. It's pretty comfortable. If I was to say like 1 out of 10, what would I give this on a comfortability scale? I'd say probably like, you know, an 8, 8.5. It's a pretty comfortable boot. One thing I do like about Viktos is they do kind of make wider toe boxes on all their stuff. Their shoes, their boots that I have owned seem to have a little bit wider toe box and not so narrow. That was one of my knocks on the 511 Norris sneaker, was that it was so narrow in the toe that I had to size up. And if you wear a 12, most companies don't make a 12.5, so you have to go all the way to a 13, which leaves a lot of room and just kind of feels a little bit goofy. So I appreciate that about Viktos, that kind of putting that thought and attention to detail into making something with a little bit wider footbed and foot box here to kind of, you know, aid in comfort. You know, your feet aren't so smashed. You can kind of, you know, have your toes kind of normal, which I think is, I think all companies should do that, but for whatever reason they don't. The lacing system, you know, is pretty standard on these. You know, you can wear them tight if you want to. You can wear them a little bit looser, kind of, you know, up to you. The one thing that did happen to me, like in the first week that I owned these, was this little like plastic sleeve here. You see that's on the, you know, end of shoestrings actually came off. And so I reached out to him. I said, hey, I just purchased these last week. This is what I purchased. Here's a shot of what happened. I know it's just a shoelace and it's something so stupid, but like, you know, it's starting to kind of come apart at the end and making it kind of a pain in the ass for me to, you know, put it through the eye hole. And they were like, hey, no problem. And they actually sent me two new shoelaces, you know, free of charge, which is awesome. That's what you want in a company when you are looking to buy a product from them. You don't just want like good price and quality and you want to get it quickly, but you also want good customer service, right? You want somebody that's going to stand behind their product, even if it's something as simple and stupid as a shoelace, that they're like, hey man, yeah, that's not supposed to happen, here you go. So I really appreciate the customer service from Viktos, so shout out to them for, you know, doing the right thing and getting it out to me, you know, fairly quickly. Like I said, the sole on this is pretty, it's firm, but it's, you know, inside it has some, you know, some kind of cush to it. Here's the footbed in it is also, you know, tiger stripe yellow, and it's got some good cush to it. You know what I mean? It's not something that's like super rigid or hard or feels like you're just, you know, stepping on concrete as some, you know, shoes and boots do. It actually has some cush to it, which aids in the comfort, you know, and the comfort of wearing this. You know, I don't wear these a whole ton, but, you know, if I do, I typically wear them all day. It's not something I switch out. My one kind of knock on this is that even though they have this kind of like leather piece that comes up here on the heel portion, and, you know, it's not necessarily, it doesn't have a ton of flex to it. It's not really stiff and it's not really flexible. It's kind of in between. But when I'm wearing this boot, my heel will kind of slip up in the back like this when I'm wearing it. You know, as you can kind of see in there, if I can get that, let me see if I can get the lighting on that right. And you can kind of see in here, there's no like stability or anything really inside the back of the boot. So my heel at least comes up when I walk. It's not a huge shift. I'd say maybe like 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. And it's not because the boot's too big. I know some people may say, well, size down means your boot's too big. It's not. It's comfortable. If I got, you know, anything smaller, it probably wouldn't be as comfortable, especially in here. It would feel a little bit tight, but I do have some heel slippage when wearing these. I don't know if that's something that is very common with these boots, or maybe that's just a me issue. I don't know. I've tried, you know, different socks. I've tried thinner socks. I've tried thicker socks, and I still get the same result. So I don't know if that's just something that's typical of this boot, and that's just, you know, how they wear, or if there's, you know, a manufacturing issue with this, or it's just me. You know, if you have these boots and you're having that same issue, or you're not, you know, leave it in the comment section below and let me know. I'm curious to hear if that's something that is sort of a common issue or not. There are a lot of, you know, I wouldn't say a lot, but there are reviews on this boot out there on YouTube, and, you know, most people are walking around in them and whatnot. I wanted to just give an overview of this boot, tell you what I think about it. The construction quality seems really good. They are comfortable. I think they do look cool. Like I said, the white toe box is a big plus for me. I haven't had any kind of quality issues with this. This is the type of boot that I might wear, you know, more towards the winter, or like, you know, hiking, or maybe doing something in the mountains, something that's, you know, kind of out of city life. This isn't something that I would typically wear like every day going everywhere. That's just me personally. But overall, I would say, you know, it's a pretty good boot. I don't really have that many complaints about it, except for you know, the heel slippage that I'm experiencing. And again, I don't know if that's just me or not, but overall, you know, seems to be a pretty good boot, pretty quality boot. And like I said, customer service from these guys is you know, is top notch. So if you ever have an issue or something like that with any of their products, just reach out to them. They're really good about getting back to you. And in my experience, offer excellent customer service, which in today's world isn't as common as it used to be. So again, I appreciate that. That's the review. If you have any questions on this that I didn't go over, again, let me know about the heel. If you have these boots, or you know somebody who has, or if you know that that's a common thing or it's not, you know, I'm really curious to kind of hear, you know, what your thoughts are on that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. As always, I appreciate it if you do. If you don't want to and not, that's cool. If it's your first time here, you know, check out all the other videos I have on guns and gear on the channel. And until the next one, I'm out of here.